Check this out, right in front of us we have a new 2023 CA Corvette Z06. This one finished in really amazing looking metallic silver. I forgot the exact name, but please let me know in the comment section down below what it's called again. But the one that we reviewed, well, did a full tour of with the engineers, was the Accelerate Yellow Z07 edition. And this is the edition right here where it is not that extra track package, so you have a less aggressive rear spoiler in the back, kind of like the C7 Z06s, but you don't have the extra gurney flap here in the middle. But nonetheless, this silver looks really good in person, and I love that black accent right underneath. I really do like this really dark red interior here. It looks so good in person. Now, I probably wouldn't opt for it. It's a bit too red for me. I kind of like what our old C8 Corvette was like, or 2020, with the red accent points here and there. But you can truthfully see just how much carbon fiber there is on this vehicle. It's literally everywhere, even on the steering wheel. I wonder how much of an option price this carbon fiber will be for the entire center console and floating portions of the dash if the camera can focus right there. But as you can see, this vehicle does have all the options for the exposed carbon fiber ground effects package. And it doesn't seem like there's an option for exposed carbon fiber on the side intakes, where it's like this boomerang effect with the carbon flash. I wonder if they'll allow that as an option to be carbon fiber in the near future, kind of like what they did with the standard Stingray. At first it was all finished in the carbon flash, but after like a year or two they made available a exposed carbon fiber finish on that. But having 345s, it's crazy because they fit so well with the wide-body nature of the entire bodywork of the vehicle. And I can't wait to get mine and put on track camber, whereas the bottom will be sticking out much more toe out on the bottom. But this one does come standard with the Pilot Sport 4S. If you want the Z07, you will be getting the Cup 2Rs, which are the craziest Cup 2 tires available. The same ones that are found essentially on new Porsches and the AMG GTR and Black Series. What is unique to cover though is that when you look at the Cup 2Rs on the new Z06, they don't look exactly the same as other Cup 2Rs that I've seen. It looks like there is literally not much tread at all on the CA Z06 Cup 2Rs, that being any cutouts on the tire for water to escape. There's much more, it looks like, on some of the European makes. I wonder what a set of tires are going to cost for this thing right here. Because as you know, it's got much wider Cup 2Rs than really any other vehicle that has them equipped. So owning this car is going to be so interesting. I cannot wait. It is confirmed. There was hype online about a photo taken showing a 10.6 quarter-mile time, but it is legit. 10.6 seconds, the same quarter-mile time as my 2020 GT500. That car wasn't naturally aspirated. It had a supercharger, 760 horsepower, and they were able to at the same time with a naturally aspirated flat plane crank high revving V8. So many people were talking about how, hey, you don't want a flat plane crank for quarter mile times, because since all the power and torque essentially is high up in the RPM, it's going to bog out on the launch. But it looks like Chevrolet has found that perfect way to tune in with the DCT for that great first gear launch out of the dig and all the weight transfer, so the back tires just soak everything up. That is the only explanation, I think, for how it gets a 10.6 quarter mile. It launches out of the dig so well, and what we do know is that the current Stingrays get about, 11.1 or 2? So having the increased horsepower, right, over 107 horsepower, that is going to translate, especially for going 0.5 seconds faster, etc. You have a non-Z07 and then a Z07 up here, finished in the Amplify Orange. As I was saying earlier, the Cup 2Rs on the new Z07, Z06, they don't look like normal Cup 2Rs at all, because as you can see, literally, it's almost completely flat all throughout. So in comparison to normal Cup 2s and even other Cup 2Rs, you probably won't see other Cup 2Rs like this. Look how flat that looks. This is all pure grip right here. And when you consider lap times, these tires are about, I'd say 1 to 2 seconds, I'd say 2 seconds faster a lap on virtually any track. So with that being said, yes, you are paying significantly more for these tires, but if you want the ultimate performance with your carbon fiber wheels and then track prep Z07, you gotta go with these tires right here, which is exactly what I'll be doing when I get mine. It is interesting seeing like the carbon flash nacelles right there going with all the Amplify orange paint. I just prefer, I want to see the engine back there. This car has an exotic engine, right? A 5.5 liter flat plane crank. You gotta show it off. So in my opinion, I think the coupe is a must, and I know many of you agree. However, so is I think the exposed carbon fiber on the rear spoiler. So this is an option, even though the spoiler itself when you buy the car is carbon, you gotta pay extra, I'm told, for the exposed finish. But again, having all the exposed carbon fiber everywhere with these massive 13-inch wide carbon fiber wheels, carbon strike brakes, and 21-inch tires, it is insane seeing it in person, and this is definitely going to hold its own against all the exotic supercars out there. Ideally, I wouldn't want to get such a flashy, well, bright spec with the interior. I want to keep it minimalistic and track focused. And yes, there is a spot for a tow hook for all you track enthusiasts. You are covered. And you have these floating exit vents for all the air pressure to come flying out of the back of the rear wheels, and also all the hot air. But in general, I think they've really found a good way to make this wide body work. Plus all the exposed carbon fiber you get with the Z07 package. Yeah, this is exactly how you got to order the car, in my honest opinion. They did say you have an all-new heat exchanger in the middle, so you have 3 up front now. Then there's your brake ducts on the sides, so the cooling is fixed. And then that is a really important thing, because when this car, well, when the previous Z06 was out, there was some complaints, well, a lot of complaints out there about it. And when you consider having that, you know, history, they wanted to make sure this car was flawless. It had no issues whatsoever. So when you're riding this car on the track, the temps, I'm told, won't even raise that high. And you have, for the first ever in a Corvette, 5W50, I believe, weighted oil. So it's more than the normal CA Corvette. That is, you've got this hand-built flat plane crank exotic car-inspired engine. They want the best possible oil configuration possible. I did read one post online stating this car will come with front lift standard, but it looks like it will not. So available front-end lift is an option, but yep, the carbon fiber wheels save 41 pounds of unsprung weight. All the carbon fiber, you got to pay more, it looks like, for the exposed, as it says right here. Not just that, yep, optimized aerodynamics, we know that. 3.6 inch wider in the front and the back, and the list just keeps going on. I'm not going to read you all the specs because you guys all know that. But the good thing is this car is standard with MagneRide, so you're not going to be paying extra $2,000 for magnetic ride control. Therefore, all Z06s will essentially be on the same playing field with the suspension, except the Z07 will have the extra track focused upgrades with that in mind. So both the Z07 and non-Z07, it looks like, will do 10.6 second quarter miles. And the 0 to 60 is actually this car to the 2.6. The engineers have told me the non-Z07 will do a 2.7. So yes, Z07 is not just faster on the track, but also down the track strip as well. And I was told that is due to the upgraded tires front and back, that being the extra sticky Cup 2Rs. And you know what, let me walk back over here, because I was told that there were air ducts underneath the front of the car. I did ask Aaron Link, one of the head engineers, if these were removable, and he said yes they were, but bending all the way down below, I was asked to get some shots of underneath the Z06. Yep, what do you think of the under panel of the Z06? You got some air ducts down there, very cool. I wonder how many track days you'll get out of a set of carbon strap brake pads with these brakes right here. Hopefully it lasts a while for track days. You definitely don't want to be going through them too soon, too quick, right? Because that'll add up fast. Can you believe this is a Corvette though? Very excited to start seeing everyone get their cars ordered and also delivered, because I'm seeing this car in the street is going to be so next level. Oh, it looks like the white finish on these carbon fiber wheels on the inside is getting a bit dirty. You got to keep that clean. You got to keep that clean, because if you don't keep it clean, that's where you get some heat issues with the carbon fiber exposed wheels. Let's see how the fronts look. So yep, this car has been driven because you can see how that white coating is turning black, unless this is a pre-production prototype so early it doesn't have the white finish, but it's supposed to have a white finish on the inside, which is like a thermal coating they use on like NASA spaceships too, and that protects carbon fiber from extreme heat caused by all the braking forces, these massive carbon stack brakes. I've been told in the past that if you don't keep the white coating clean, and you have buildup of brake dust, it'll lower the capacity, the cooling capacity for the coating, and that'll raise issues in the sense of protecting the carbon fiber wheels. I gotta say one thing, I know a lot of people have been asking me, is it worth paying the extra $10,000+ for carbon fiber wheels? Well, here's the best way I can describe it. When I owned my normal handling pack GT 500, that car did not have carbon fiber wheels. So driving it on the street, it felt, it was a great car, it felt fast, but hopping into my track pack, my carbon fiber track pack variant, that car was the same car essentially, but had more aero, like what the Z07 offers you, but also had exposed 20-inch carbon fiber wheels, and that car felt like it was 200 to 300 pounds lighter than the handling pack, and that's because it's unsprung weight. You feel the gyroscopic effects everywhere. You turn the wheel will want to turn easier, if that makes any sense. The car will want to slow down better, accelerate better, because there's less weight being spun that you have to deal with. Therefore, lowering rotational mass is one of the most critical and just crucial things you can do for a vehicle. That is why you see carbon stack brakes on literally every single supercar out there, because again, that's rotational mass. Also, titanium lug nuts, you see that on supercars like my McLaren, and that saves weight. Every gram, every pound matters, and you're saving 40-some pounds with these carbon fiber wheels on the Z06. Therefore, I am going to be telling you that it's going to feel night and day different than a standard Z06. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed seeing the Z06s here, consider coming and checking them out. Anyways, make sure to hit the like button, it really does help me out. Also, subscribe for much more great content coming out your way. Stay tuned for our Z06 to come. I cannot wait. Let me know in the comment section down below if you've got a Z06 coming, and also your specs. I'll see all of you in the next episode.